Bradley Blackburn has been out at the airport checking on flights out there. And I know that we've been having a lot of conversations about getting out of the city. Right now, Bradley giving us an update on exactly how people are getting in and out.
Guys, we were here last night when this terminal was packed with people trying to get out. A very different picture here today. It is a ghost town. No airline workers here, and that is because of what we can see up on the departure board. Every flight into and out of New Orleans International is canceled today. No airline is operating at this point in time. And basically the only people that are here at the airport are security, some TSA workers, and some hardy passengers. They didn't make it out yesterday, and they are waiting here until flights resume.
All right, looks like we might have lost Bradley there, but we were talking about this a little bit earlier. We saw that the airport tweeted out that all of the flights in and out, basically, of the Armstrong Airport canceled
for today, and yet they do expect most of the flights to resume tomorrow. That is great news, and we will have an update on that as we hear more from the airport.